Hey everyone, it's Rob Foglia and Jessica Klein with Foglia Properties at Keller Williams Realty here in Nashville, and we are coming to you today to talk about solving your problems and how we solve problems as your real estate agent. Because ultimately, problems are going to pop up throughout the sale, even in a market like we're in. If you're a seller, it might be in a phenomenal market, and yet problems still could pop up. And how those problems are handled can make a world of difference for you in terms of your stress level and of course financially. So we're going to dive into a couple ways that we can help and just have a discussion. Does that sound good, Jessica?
Yeah, and that's really what we're here for overall. And if you stick with us just for these few minutes and watch this video, you'll see how we really do. We have some very unique programs that we've sought out because they're useful for our clients and because they allow us to help you like some other agents might not be able to. So yes, this is a really exciting topic. Let's get into it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm so glad that you said that, Jessica, because these are not just, oh, well, we take professional pictures or we're great negotiators. Like, don't get me wrong, we do all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just that's so intangible. These are programs that, like you said, Jessica, we have gone out there and gone after to say this is a problem that a lot of our consumers have, and this is how we can solve it. So let's start off and just talk a little bit about the knock home swap program. I know we've done videos on this before, so we don't need to go too in depth on it. And yet, this is one of my favorite things that we've added recently, because what this is this allows a homeowner that may need to sell their home to buy their next home to because the way that would typically work without this program is you've got to sell, you've got to go under contract first, then you've got to find the right home. You're putting a lot of faith in finding that right property, and in a market like we're in right now, where homes are selling in a day or 2 days usually, that can be a little stressful. The cool thing about the home swap program is you can actually buy your home first, move into it, and then go through and sell your current property, all with just having really paying one mortgage note. It's a really cool program, right?
Yeah, and I mean some of the other problems that this program solves, I mean, you don't have to do any showings. You don't have to go through keeping your house so clean, for all the photos and all the for people coming by. You don't have to feel rushed when you're looking for your new home. There are all kinds of things that this really, really does help with, and it's a very exclusive program too. That you have to be qualified and go through training and everything else to offer. So we're very excited about this program.
Yeah, exactly. And Knock, they're technically a lender that's out there, but they're not a lender that just any real estate agent could work with. So for those that are watching this video, if you have another real estate agent, we would love the opportunity to become your real estate agent. And yet the reality is, your agent very likely can't offer you this program. And this is a program right here that can absolutely get you into the home you're looking to get into, that you want to buy, and that just it gives you the opportunity to move into that home of your dreams in a market that's, I mean, let's just face it, it's kind of a challenging market. It is what it is. And so
Mhm.
especially for home buyers, and so
And
that's
this
why
is
we're
a
so excited
much,
about it.
yeah, this is a much easier process too.
Exactly. Oh, it definitely is. Let's jump into a couple others that we can offer. And so this is the Keller Williams program called Keller Offers, and we're still exploring this one a little bit. But we are a Keller. I am a Keller Offers certified real estate agent. And so basically, we have two programs. You can see the iBuyer program that's on here, and what that is you can actually get a cash offer for your property if you want. Now, I'll be honest with you, for most of my clients, I would not recommend that right now in today's market. Maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, sure. Today's market, it might make a little more sense to whether it's look at the home swap program or just going on the market in a traditional manner. And yet at the same time, if you just absolutely want a cash offer right tomorrow, be done, we can make that happen. Like, you don't need to go to one of these other programs that are out there, because you know that when you work with us, we're looking out for your best interest. So you'll be able to see all of your options, not just one random offer. Does that make sense, Jessica?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm sure, especially for people in the Nashville area, you've heard commercials, for guaranteed offers, and this is a program that works the same way, and you get the benefit of a full service agent going along with it, which really just makes all the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Because the unfortunate thing about some of those other, and we're not going to throw any companies under the bus or give them any free advertising, but those companies that offer these types of programs, cash offers for your homes, they're not looking out for your best interest. They don't want you to list your home, because they know that you're going to probably get another 10%, if not more, for your property if you go on the market. And so they don't want you to even know about that option. They don't want you to look at your options. They just want to say, here's an offer, take it. what we do is, while we can provide that offer for you, we're also going to lay all the options out on the table for you and let you pick. Hey, we can go with this offer. It's going to make us a little less money, but it's easier. Or we can go with that. We can go this route. Like, we're going to let you choose your own adventure, so to speak.
Yeah, I love that.
The other Keller Offers program that's on here, that we don't I don't want to slide for, so let's talk about it real quickly. It's actually it's oh gosh, what's it called, Jessica? I am drawing a complete blank. It's the one where we can basically, somebody can renovate their home a little bit. Do you remember what that one's called?
Mm. Well, now I have the home swap one stuck in my head, but
Oh,
it's yeah.
it's all good. Basically, long story short, if say you're a homeowner and you're thinking about making a move and you need to do some renovations, you're like, man, if we put just $20,000 worth of work into our property, we could get an extra 100,000. I know that sounds a little crazy, and yet in some neighborhoods that could be the case. If you're in a great neighborhood in Brentwood, like I'm thinking of one family right now, that they could absolutely benefit from doing a little bit of renovation before they sell their home. And if you're in that position, Keller Offers, we actually have a program for you to where you can actually get basically financed for the work. And it's a really cool way to make all this happen for you. So reach out to us if that appeals to you too, because that's another way where we can solve your problems. Because for that family that I just mentioned, they would have to come out of pocket $20,000-$30,000 to do this work. You don't have to do that with this program. And so it's a really cool program.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's kind of a point of stress for a lot of sellers. I don't want to pay for paint. I don't want to refinish floors. I don't want to do landscaping. I'm moving out. Why would I want to put additional money down for that? And this is a great opportunity where someone else can shoulder the cost of that, and then you get some of the benefit on the other end.
Exactly. And with all these programs, guys, you have us holding your hand throughout the whole thing. And so whether you're a first time seller, or, even if you've sold a home before and it's been 10 years, you probably don't quite understand or remember everything you went through, and we're here to help. That's what our job is. The last thing that we've got queued up here to talk about is Keller Mortgage. Now, any of our mortgage friends that see this, we love y'all, and we are not just saying, hey, Keller Mortgage is the only thing that's out there, because there's a lot of great local mortgage lenders as well that we trust and we love working with. Yet Keller Mortgage is another option for y'all, and this is something that I guess technically every Keller Williams agent has access to, and yet I don't know of too many that really take advantage of it. And the cool thing about it is, and we've got a random property that we just pull up on our website to show you all the exactly what's what. Like, here's a property that's it's actually pending, but it's in Murfreesboro. They're asking, I'll zoom in on the numbers so y'all can see it, 462 and some change here for the property. With Keller Mortgage, somebody could save up to almost 1% of the purchase price on their next home loan. And what that means, and the reason why that's the case, is they have what's called a 0+ loan when you work with a Keller Williams agent. And so it's that 0+ loan means they're not going to charge you processing fees, lender fees, things that lenders will call closing costs. I mean, there will be some closing costs. Don't get me wrong. You have your taxes and your insurance. They can't waive those. But the other things that lenders call closing costs, you're not having to pay for those things. And so it's a really cool program that's out there. Again, only Keller Williams agents can offer that. Again, unfortunately, not every agent, even Keller Williams agents, offer it, which I'm surprised, because it's a great program that's out there. The way this helps you solve a problem is there are so many buyers in today's market that still need closing costs paid. They're putting maybe they have a 3% or a 5% down payment. They've got that, they've scrimped and they saved, and they've got that money saved up ready to buy their home. And then they look at a $300,000 home, and their closing costs are going to be $7,000. And they're like, man, I could probably get a little bit past this down payment, but I can't do $7,000. And then they start saying, well, I just got to wait. I just got to keep renting another year. Don't we hear that a lot, Jessica?
Yeah, we absolutely do. And I mean, it's a stress point, right, for any buyer, and for any seller who's going to be working with that buyer. And this really is a great program. I mean, like you just showed on that property, that it could be a $4,000 savings compared to a traditional loan. The other great thing about Keller Mortgage is that it could be really appealing to anyone who might have looked at maybe Rocket or Quicken or something else that's very high touch, high information. Like, you have access to it all the time, and most of it's done online. And this is a really high quality product that gives you that similar experience.
Absolutely. And one thing that I've seen with Keller Mortgage, with the handful of clients that we've had go through their process, what I've seen through them is that they will actually do the work on the front end. That's probably one of our biggest complaints with some of those big online mortgage companies is that they just kind of, I don't want to say pencil whip an application, but they kind of do. They take very basic information, issue a very loose pre-approval or pre-qual letter. Like, I think it's Rocket Mortgage, but I don't want to say speaking incorrectly, but there are some companies that are like, they get pre-approved in 7 minutes, right? Have you heard those before? I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
you can't get pre-approved in 7 minutes, guys. Like the reality is getting actually pre-approved for a mortgage so that you know what you can afford and that you feel comfortable moving forward, knowing, hey, I've been pre-approved for a $350,000 home. My mortgage company says so. That, guys, that takes more than 7 minutes. Keller Mortgage actually does the homework to make sure you're in a good spot for it. Just like all of the lenders that we recommend, we
Right.
wouldn't recommend if they didn't. And yet Keller Mortgage does, in my opinion, a better job than those companies like a Rocket Mortgage and things like that. So if you
Yeah.
love the online stuff, we've got an option for you.
Yeah, you could think of it as like filling out an actual credit card application versus getting that you're approved for $7,000 card in the mail, and then
Yeah.
it's the equivalent of that.
It absolutely is. It's the full thing and not just the headline. And so, guys, those are just a few ways that we can help solve problems. Again, we do so much more throughout the transaction, whether it's helping solve problems through negotiating, helping because things will come up regardless of how together you are or how together the other party is. Things like a low appraisal may come up, some home inspection items that we need to negotiate that may come up. Things that could derail your home from closing. And our job is to help navigate through. And unfortunately, not every agent is equipped the same way. These are just a few tools in our toolbox. We'd love to share more with y'all. If y'all have a need, if you're maybe thinking about selling your home in this hot market, maybe you want to buy a home in this market, reach out to us. We're here to help. You can call us 615-591-5665. You can comment on this page. You can, if you're getting this via email, you can respond to your email. We're here to help.
Thank you very much, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks y'all so much. Before we sign off, Jessica, is there anything on the live feed? Any questions, comments?
There are not at this point, but definitely leave them if you have them.
Absolutely. Well, thanks y'all. We appreciate you. We'll talk to y'all soon.
Thanks.